Hey, YouTube Rando here. I was online and I don't know why I started looking at them, but I started looking at the little Altoid survival tins everybody's making. I've never made one before, and I'm into homemaking. I'm into homemade projects, things that you can just put together yourself for free for stuff around your house. You know, all my survival kits, med kits, everything I make myself. I don't buy anything unless I have to, you know, contents to go inside them every now and then, but not often. I don't like to buy a lot unless it's at a garage sale or auction or eBay, you know, something like that. But I got to looking at them, and it took me to another one that was a survival pod keychain. Forget who makes it, and I forget who did the video on it, but I was watching it, and he disassembled it, and I think it came with like 4 foot of paracord, and it came with, I think, 6 inches of crinkled up duct tape, like 6 inches of some kind of twine to use as a fire starter. It came with like a 1-inch piece of flint, and then it had a little ring knife, I guess, you put on your finger to use, with a little cheap sheath on it, something like that. I don't know, it was just really cheesy, and honestly, about the paracord would be the only thing you could use out of it, and there wasn't much of that. I mean, there was a little bit, but so I wanted to make something myself that was kind of similar, and I came up with something, and it's really ugly, and I know it's really ugly, so don't make fun of it. But this is kind of what I came up with, and even though you can see how big it is, it fits in the palm of my hand really easy. It may not be anything you want to put on your keys, but it's something I would definitely put on my belt, or my belt loop rather, and carry it like that. So let's get into what's in it. Inside of it you have a little pencil that runs from about right here to there. You can see the tip of it. And you can use the pencil without taking it apart. You got a little 1.5 LED flashlight that you can use without taking it apart as well. Let's see, so pencil, 3 pieces of notebook paper, about 4.5 feet of electrical tape. I like electrical tape as much as I like duct tape, so. And I think electrical tape, you know, it's kind of has more uses than duct tape, honestly. So I like it, I use it. So about 4.5 foot of that, about 2 feet of medical tape, 2 band-aids, gauze pad, and I believe the gauze pad's like 3 before or something like that. It's got 9 waterproof matches plus the striker, 2.5 inches of string, 2.5 inches is 2.5 feet. 2.5 feet of string that you could use as it's cotton twine, almost like a real thin clothesline. So you can use it as a dry tinder, and also it could be used in conjunction with a fish hook that's in here. So you could go fishing with it if you had to. 2.5 feet ain't going to give you too much, but it actually breaks down, and you could probably turn that into, you know, it's 4 pieces in there, so 10 foot. And you can't catch no big fish not on it, but you can catch something with it, or just use it as a cordage, whatever. So the matches, the striker, the flashlight. There's also a knife in here, a really sharp old Uncle Henry knife that I had in one of my bags. From here to here, so it's probably, I don't know, 2.5 inches, something like that. But it's got 2 blades on it, and them blades hold an edge really well. So I like that knife. I use it a lot, and now I'm not going to use it a lot, but I have other knives to put in my pocket that I don't have to worry about. And that was the smallest one I had, so that's the one I used. Also, you have about 12 inches of bread tie. You can't see it, it's under there, but it's there. About 4, maybe 4.5 foot of this cordage right here. It's, you know, wrapped up under there too. so about 4.5 feet of that, and then this little hook for your belt loop, or you could use it for other things if you had to. And on the end of here we have a compass. So I thought it's pretty light. I'm not going to break it down in this video. Eventually we're going to break it down and I'm going to do something else with it. Try to make it prettier somehow, because that is, you know, that's just ugly as hell. But it'll serve its purpose if need be. You know, you could, like I said, you could clip that to your belt loop, or you can clip it to the outside of your EDC, whatever, and not have to actually go into your bag to get a flashlight, or have a flashlight handy to look through your bag. You could write a quick note with it if you had to, you know what I mean, without taking it apart. So you could probably even get you a match out of there if you needed something like that, but otherwise you would have to take it apart to get what's in there, and then I guess just store the stuff in your pocket or whatever. But I'm going to clip it to the outside of my bug out bag for now, and sometimes when I go into my bag when I'm camping, I call it a bug out bag. It's not a bug out bag, it's a camping pack. I've said that 100,000 times. I need to just start calling it a camping pack instead of correcting myself every time. But I could bug out with that bag if I had to. That's why I call it a bug out bag. That's just what most people call them on YouTube. So really it's just a camping pack. So I'm going to clip this to the outside of it, and then when I'm in the dark I have a little flashlight to go into it with, that I don't have to dig for a light inside the bag to look through the bag, you know what I mean? Well, whenever we tear it open, I'll do another video on that, and I'll show you all the contents. So, thanks for watching, YouTube.